Basketball fans, today on the Hangout, we got to break down the trouble for Balake Griffin. Fresh off a quadricep injury, he broke his hand trying to punch his friend. And then we got to talk about what the Warriors, Dan Gladman's here, and they beat up on the Cavs, beat up on the Spurs. Are they unbeatable? And congrats to my man, Double D, DeMar Derozan, another all-star run for Toronto's all-star. We break it down on Hangout. Basketball fans, welcome into the half hour of power that is the Hangout. I am Akil Augustine, and All-Star is creeping, inching, crawling closer and closer. We're all excited. We had to get an All-Star panel, and so here they are. Dan Gladman, of course, the producer for the Toronto Raptors broadcasts, and I'm bringing this joke back. Vidal Sassoon hair model. Looking good, buddy.
If we don't look good, you don't look good. Great to see you,
Very
Akil
true, very
Augustine.
true. News anchor for CBC Toronto and a great friend of ours. We love having you, Dwight Drummond. Thank you for coming out.
My pleasure, sir.
Legend.
And
All-star.
a legend in the making, Canada's party animal and one of the most best-dressed men on television. He's very old, Tyrone T-Rex Edwards, dabbing on him on the Hangout set. All right, get it.
Dab on him, hang out on him, that's it.
All right,
We're
well,
ready to go.
Somebody that's dabbing on him, of course, on the court. DeMar Derozan. Can we give a little congratulations, round of
Standing
applause?
O for DeMar.
I would stand up, but my pants are tight.
Let's talk about this. The Toronto Raptors, of course, get their 10th straight win, franchise record, 103-93 over the New York Knickerbockers, even though they were down bodies. But let me ask you this before we talk about the streak, the 10-game streak. DeMar Derozan, a player who has blossomed and developed through a different style. He's not a three-point shooter like your traditional two-guard. So how impressive is it that this young man, still, he's slighted on by some people for the way his play style is, but he's now an all-star again, Dwight.
He's a great player. He's a nice fit for Toronto. And I know we're worried that he's going to go the way of the Vince Carter.
And exit?
And exit. But you know what? No chance. I hope not. I hope he stays here. He says he's loyal to this town. We're loyal to him. His style of play fits what we're trying to do, right? He doesn't always need the ball in his hands. We've got two great point guards. He's a good shooter. We have three-point shooters on this team. He doesn't need to be dropping threes because our guard is dropping threes. I say we keep DeMar for a long time.
Oh, wait, let me ask Tyrone, is DeMar staying or going? You're in touch with what's going on in the streets.
You know what? I'm going to call out DeMar because I know you watch the show. I'm going to call out DeMar and Deshaun and the rest of the family. This is where you belong. This is where you belong, straight from Compton to Toronto. You know, we got a chance to watch him come into the player that we wanted him to be.
Yes,
and
very
that
much
is an amazing, amazing experience to see a player see their potential and be like, man, he's so good, but that was a stupid shot or that was a bad choice. But now he's doing all the things that we wanted him to do, and he deserves this All-Star, and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, definitely proud of him and the team. The way he's playing, he's got the team firing all cylinders, 100%. Dan Gladman, you're courtside for this 10-game winning streak. Have you been impressed by their style of play? Because there's still some things that troubled you during the streak, but they got it done, all 10 games, W's.
Well, nothing's troubled me during the streak. They've won 10 straight games. They're playing teams that are...
Well, time out, Dan. There was a stretch where they were blowing leads late in games, and they had to fight their way to finish the game.
Things happen. There's another team on the floor competing against them and playing for their playoff lives, playing for their jobs. You don't just run over guys for 48 minutes unless you're the Golden State Warriors. Right. So, yeah, there's hiccups during every game, but when you win 10 games in a row, you're a damn good team. You're doing things way more right than you're doing them wrong. And just to add to that earlier record, DeMar Derozan not going anywhere.
I want to know how this man is so sure. I mean,
I'm going to tell you.
We're happy about it.
Which team can offer him the most money?
The rumor I'm hearing, yes, but I'm hearing he's going to LA. Everybody knows that. He's going home.
You don't leave a team. He is the cornerstone of the success of this team.
Yes.
Right now, he's not going anywhere.
I would have said the same thing about Amir, and I still miss Amir.
I will throw one thing out there.
Amir's not an all-star.
I'll throw one thing out there. He's one of the reasons Kyle Lowry stayed. Kyle Lowry under contract. I bet you Kyle Lowry's looking at DeMar like, boy, don't leave me now. Don't leave me now.
Great partnership.
Don't Tracy McGrady me, man. Stay right here.
Yeah, I know. Okay. No, honestly, DeMar, if you're listening, just stay, bro. Stay.
He's staying.
It's bad we're begging.
Don't worry about it.
No, he's such a good fit.
He is. It really works as
and team. You can put players around him as well. He's not selfish. You know what I mean? And
but hey, what he's saying publicly, he says he's loyal to this town. He says he loves this town. We'll see when he signs that contract.
I'm going to text him in a second.
Let's talk about another potential Raptor All-Star. Let's talk about Tyronn Lue. Just jumped up and became the All-Star head coach because, of course, David Blatt ousted as the Cavs head coach. Someone that we respect very much, Kenny the Jet Smith, came out and said that Tyronn Lue should step down, young man. Step down as All-Star head coach and hand it over to Dwayne Casey because, of course, he is the only full-time coach in the Eastern Conference who's won most of the games. So,
of course.
Our thoughts. Should Dwayne Casey be the coach, despite the fact that he doesn't want to be, he said?
You know what? LeBron James can choose the coach of the Cavs. He shouldn't get to choose the coach of the All-Star team.
Well played, well played.
Dwayne Casey.
Plus, I haven't really been into Tyronn Lue since he cut his hair.
I haven't been into him since Iverson stepped over him, personally.
You know what I mean? He's got a cool name,
does have the ring,
first
though.
of all. But, I mean, other than that, come on, Casey, you mean you don't want to be? Yes, you do, Coach.
You're home.
Yes,
This
you
is your
do.
town. Dwayne
Yeah.
Casey,
You
Luke
whipped this team
Walton.
into
That's
shape.
what we should
It would be a
have.
great moment for the whole league and for Toronto, for
Yes.
Casey to step out as the head coach in Toronto.
In Toronto.
The NBA missed,
Now
they
that I
missed that
think
one.
about it, we need a petition. We need a, you know, the hashtag. We need the 696622. Where we were all those things that we were texting and tweeting to get Kyle and DeMar in the All-Star game. We
You
need
can't
to do
vote for the coach.
All-Star
We
camp.
gotta
Toronto
come
is
on.
gonna
All right,
Lue.
here's something, guys. Here's something I wish we could vote for.
Oh, here we go.
Halftime performance.
Oh, that.
The Pan Am Games got Kanye, Mr. 305
I was
Worldwide
there,
himself,
man. It was
Pitbull.
nice.
All right.
Yep.
And the NBA is left with Sting. First off, Dan Gladman, you're our resident rock and roll
Okay,
expert.
hang
Is this
on.
a good choice?
Hang on. Sting is
Why you
not,
went to Dan first?
Come on,
Isn't
was I
that
wrong
rock and
too?
roll?
Sting is not a rock and roller. The
What is he?
Police,
Okay.
as a band in 1983, when I was a teeny bopper, yeah,
was one
they were my
nice
favorite.
And that's
They were
some
my
reggae
favorite.
flavor back then. too,
Absolutely,
right?
but
Yeah.
Sting himself,
So-
his music as an individual artist is crap.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, I would
Shots
go that
fired.
There, I
far.
said
I
it.
thought you'd be the one person on the panel
Wow.
to defend him.
No way.
Okay, so here, let me take this
Yeah,
stance.
you're the music man.
Okay, so for me, as a person that loves all genres of music from every era, I do pick and choose what I do like. I'm not just going to like it just to like it. But I do think Sting is a great artist.
Yes.
Is it the perfect?
way.
Fit?
No way. No.
I don't know, but I
Also
think it
factor
will.
in-
But I do think it will work. As much as people are like shocked about it, and like, I don't know. It's gonna work.
Factor one thing in, though. The Grammys are Monday, usually Sunday, and there's usually some stipulations with performers. I know a lot of the big Canadian performers will be at the Grammys, so maybe that has something to do with who
I
they
want to say
select.
this though. I want to say this. As much as I would love, they changed the celebrity game to a Team Canada.
We'll talk
versus
about
Team
that. We'll talk
America.
about that.
Well, I'm just saying the adjustments that they've made to modify it for Canada to honor us having the All-Star game here for the first time. I would have loved to see a Canadian performer.
Drake, Weeknd, Alyssa Cara.
They'll all be
Shawn
at the
Mendes.
I would have loved to see a
Hey,
Canadian performer.
That's what
I would
everybody
love to see
wants.
a
Okay,
performance
all
by
right.
Canadian.
They're balling.
It's time to go to break.
Yeah.
We got lots more to talk about, actually. We actually have to talk about a guy named LeBron James,
what?
who apparently is being mislabeled, according to him, as a coach killer. Let's talk about the Cavs, David Blatt, and Tyronn Lue when we return on Hangout.